Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new short movie. The name of the short movie is What If Naruto Was Trained by Yujiro Hanma, and yeah guys, it's an unscripted movie as well. And as for the KGF one, it will be uploaded tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I am finished with the story and I will upload it in 1 to 2 days, so I hope you wait for that. And I hope you enjoy this one as well. So yeah, if you haven't, then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. Our story begins with a 5-year-old Naruto Uzumaki being dragged inside the council chamber. He was bleeding badly as his feet were dragging on the ground as he was thrown in the center of the council chambers. There was no Hokage there. In his blood-covered eyes, he could still see that much, but the whole council was present, as everyone was glaring at him. Today we are here to decide your punishment for a crime against a clan, the Uchiha clan. You have tried to assassinate Fugaku Uchiha, demon, and this is your last mistake. But I never— Silence! Now please, the victim may speak. Yes, he tried to assassinate my wife and me in our sleep, but I was able to prevent that and grabbed him and beated him up for answers, but he wasn't giving any, so I dragged him here, presenting my case to you all. If he tried to threaten the Uchiha clan, he will do the same to the other clans in the future. I'm fearing for them and their safety, and as for my safety and my family's as well. And that is why I asked the council to please pass the judgment for the criminal over there for his deeds. But I— Silence! Said Danzo. You are to be banished and to be locked up in blood prison for all eternity. Your chakra will be sealed once and for all. Now drag him away. After placing the seals, he will be transported there. As Naruto's body was dragged. The whole time Naruto was wondering one thing. What was going on here? He could see the smiles on each and every one of the clan heads, the civilian councils, the elders. But there was no Hokage there. Then he remembered. His Gigi. He told him in his last visit that he will be leaving the village because he has to go on a Kage summit. Damn it. He wasn't here to protect him. Now he is being kicked out, not only from his orphanage, but from his village as well. And lo and behold, after 2 hours, the sealing process was done. Naruto's chakra was completely sealed off. He couldn't use it. Not like he had unlocked it yet. So, he was transported by an Anbu squad. But the Anbu squad suggested that they will do it. And it was none other than Kakashi Harake's squad. Kakashi knew that it was better treatment for Naruto, but honestly, he couldn't give a fuck. His sensei died protecting this kid. He should be alive, and that's all that matters, right? As Kakashi then dragged Naruto in front of the blood prison, it was 2 weeks travel. As after arriving there, Kakashi said, "Move it, kid. We don't have all time." The whole time Naruto was sad. His eyes looked dead. He had lost everything. Naruto felt empty, but there was one emotion there that was burning. Hatred, anger, frustration. Naruto didn't know what it was at the time, but it was overbearing, and he couldn't control it. He couldn't hold it in any longer. He wanted to put it all out, but he couldn't. Is this the criminal? Yes, it is. Konoha must have gone mad. What do you mean by that, Warden? Said Kakashi. Sending a kid over here. That kid is not a normal kid. He's our Jinchuriki. Said Kakashi. Then you are bigger fools than I thought. Corrupt bunch of assholes. Nothing else I could see here. Go, I'll take it from here. Plus, sign this document. What does it say? Normally, we give a leverage to the young inmates. After 5 to 10 years, they are set free. And either they can go back to the village if they want, or can start a new life. What do you mean by that? After signing this, it means that you handed his custody over to me, and I have the right to do what I am going to do to him within these walls. And you have no say in it. Konoha has no say in it. You will take the copy, the original stays with me. Okay. As Kakashi signed it, and Naruto vanished in the walls as the door closed, Yugao said, Kakashi, don't you think it was... Silence, Yugao, said Tenzo. It was the order of the council. Yes, it was the order, Kakashi said. But he's Sensei's and Kushina Sensei's son. Are you out of your mind? He's their son. And I promise to keep him alive. He is alive. And that is all that matters. But what about his happiness? I don't care. He should be happy that he's alive. They would have been alive if he wasn't born that day, Kakashi said. As Yugao and Tenzo looked at him with wide eyes. How could you, Harake? I'm resigning from your team once I get back, and I will tell Hokage the whole story. Yugao, wait, said Tenzo. Kakashi was there silent. Senpai, I'm on Yugao's side this time. What you did was non-ethical and quite hypocritical. What do you mean? You told us those who abandoned comrades are worse than trash, right? But you abandoned your sensei's son. He would have wanted you to protect him against the injustice that was served. And believe me when I say this. One day, this mistake will come back to bite Konoha and you in the ass. We'll see about that, and we will cross that bridge when the time comes, Tenzo. Now let's leave and catch up to Yugao. As they all left, Naruto was brought into a cell, the most dangerous cell that no one wanted to share with the inmate that resided in there. The most wanted civilian, the most wanted martial artist, Yujiro Hanma. As one guard said to the warden, Warden, are you really going to place that kid with that monster? The kid is a Jinchuriki. He can heal. And plus, I have plans for the kid. What do you mean, Warden? In due time, it will be revealed. As the warden smirked, as the guard was quite shocked with this, as Naruto was led to the cell, as the other were looking at the kid with sorrow expression. All the inmates, the murderers, the rapist, everyone. Poor kid. He could have been a good punching bag. He could have been a good lackey, but I guess it's all wasted. As Naruto was dragged to the dark hole in which one giant cage resided. It was a cell. No, it was more like a cage. As inside that, Naruto could see a giant visage of a man. As Naruto was put in there as the gate behind him closed. As Naruto went and sat down on one corner, hugging his knees and crying. He was frustrated. As the man didn't spoke at the night. As Naruto and him spent the whole night in silence. There was no more pitter-patter or chatter amongst the other inmates as well. They all fell asleep. Next day, the other inmates were let loose, but Naruto and his inmate wasn't. Their cell was dark. Minimum light came. Only one window was there, and the light illuminated the center. On one corner was the said man. On the other one, in darkness, was Naruto. Naruto's sniffs could be heard. As Yujiro then said, starting, "Why are you in here, kid? What did you do?" "I was framed." Figures. A kid like your age couldn't even hurt a fly if it wanted to. If you're not a sociopath. So tell me your story. Naruto began to explain what his life was back in the village, and how he spent his 5 years of life. Hanma Yujiro, for the first time, fell sick to his stomach. Even he wouldn't put his own children through such hell. What kind of parents put a demon, the strongest demon, in their own son's gut? And what kind of two-faced village shove their last request deep in their ass and treat their hair as a disgusting rat in his own home, in which he was supposed to be treated as hero? I see. That is quite sad, said Yojiro, looking at Naruto. My name is Yojiro Hanma. And what's yours? My name's Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki. So, after hearing your story, it kind of reminded me of myself. A bit, at least. Did something bad happen to you? Nothing of that sort. It's just that I did quite bad in my life. And when I see you, I see one thing: redemption. As Yojiro Hanma stood up and was now in light, Naruto's eyes widened when he saw a huge man full of muscles, and his face was horrifying. He has activated the demon muscles in his face as he was smiling at Naruto. Now you, kid, is my redemption. I'm going to help you get your justice and revenge on that village. And for that you have to train. But how? My chakra is sealed. You wanna know how I became dangerous? I never used chakra. As Yojiro demonstrated his moves, Naruto's eyes widened. Yojiro was just punching and kicking in the air, but as if air was fighting back with Yojiro. But Yojiro was winning. His punches and kicks were so fast that it even went straight through, cutting air itself. Naruto was surprised by this and amazed. Wow, that is amazing. That's just the tip of the iceberg of what I can do. You have to train in the martial arts. Learn every art that is out there. Art of fighting, art of survival. Make your body your whole weapon. Then you will conquer and avoid each and every obstacle, each and every weakness. Welcome to the hell camp, kid. If you survive this, you'll be hell of a guy. As unknown to both of them, there was a hidden camera that also recorded audio that connected straight to the warden's room. As the warden smirked, good. I will show all of these corrupted bastards who keep dumping all these innocent people here. Why was the warden doing this? Doing this for Naruto? Well, warden, when he saw Naruto and read his file, he knew that it was all fake. No way in hell, even if a Jinchuriki, a kid at the age of 5, could cause this much damage, and they were all lie. A kid that was orphan and wasn't even trained can even go and do an assassination mission on an Uchiha clan head, the most strongest clan in Konoha. Pathetic. They were just pathetic assholes that wanted to get rid of them. As the warden pressed a button, as a guard came. What is it, Warden-sama? Get me Jiraiya. Tell him that I want to get chakra repressors off and chakra seals off from a boy's body. I will pay him any amount he wants. Hi, sir. As the guard left and sent a letter to Jiraiya. As we go towards Jiraiya, who was enjoying his life outside Konoha, outside his responsibilities. I hope that Gaki is okay. He must be 6 years of age now. Yes, Naruto has been staying for 1 year now when the letter reached Jiraiya, and has been training with Yojiro. And his training was being successful and fruitful as well. What is this? A letter poofed in front of him as Jiraiya read it. It was written 1 year ago? Damn, that Royce bastards took way long to get here. So, they want me to get off chakra repression from a kid, huh? Oh well, I guess I can earn some bucks while on travel. As Jiraiya started to move towards the blood prison. It took him 2 weeks to get there. As he arrived there, he knocked on the metal door as it opened with a guard. Jiraiya-sama, come inside. Warden-sama will meet you there in his office. As after Jiraiya arrived in his office, Warden said, Jiraiya of the Sanin, I will bring in a kid. I want you to put the suppressions off of him. As the kid was brought in, but his face was sealed, hidden away by a black cloth, and so was his stomach, which showed his other seal completely off with black cloths, while the rest of his upper body, was naked. It was muscular now. Are you sure this is a kid? I think it's a man. It is a kid. He's just been training and lifting, that's all. He wants to get stronger. Why? Are you helping a criminal, Warden? Isn't it against the rules? He's innocent. His village blamed him for something he didn't even do. And the village justice system is fucked up. And the kid got the short end of the stick. I just want to help an innocent soul get his revenge. You really are a sick man, Warden. Yes, doing the same thing over and over every day for the past 20 years is quite boring. I want some entertainment. So that is why I'm helping him. Fine by me. As Jiraiya started to remove the seals, they look similar to Konoha's seal. It was done by a Konoha Jonin and deserted Jonin. Ah, I see, that's why. As all the seals were removed, Naruto could feel energy burst through his body. Naruto underneath his mask smirked. But then, Jiraiya started to talk. I guess I gotta go and meet the Gaki as well. What do you mean? Who are you talking about, Jiraiya? I didn't thought you had a family. Nah, it's my student's Minato's son, Naruto. Naruto's eyes widened. What is his name? Naruto Uzumaki no Mikaze, but Sensei told me that his name will be kept Naruto Uzumaki. You mean the fourth Hokage had a son? Yes. Warden smirked inside. He knew Naruto was hearing this, as you could see Naruto's fist clenched in his heavy bracelet that was he wearing to bind his arms. Naruto's anger was growing. His own father was the one who put him through this hell. And not only that, he was abandoned by the said village. His wishes were disregarded. Naruto wanted revenge more than badly. As Kyuubi for the first time awoken after being sealed yet again with the Brat's chakra. What is this? His anger. It's more stronger than mine. Konoha, Kyuubi said, getting out of shock and laughing evilly. You have just created a rogue weapon that has been prepared to stab you in the back. Now be prepared and face the consequences. I will help him, and we will both get what we want. Revenge and destruction. Just you wait, Konoha. I'm going to turn him into the strongest monster that my destruction will look like a child play in front of his. As after rambling his achievements and his godson, Jiraiya left, Naruto's face was revealed as one of the guard took it off. Naruto's eyes could be shown with anger. His eyes turned into slits, red slits. As he looked at the warden, why are you doing this? Why are you helping me, Warden? I know that it is my destiny to get revenge, and for getting my chakra unlocked, I thank you, and for giving me the information that I needed. But why are you doing this? Don't you get it, Naruto? You remind me of my son that I sacrificed to a pathetic excuse of a box that was useless. The box of happiness, the Pandora box. It was, at one time, the cause of our power, but then we became greedy. But someone sealed it away, and some of us are trying to open it again with sacrifices. They asked for my son's sacrifice, and the look that he gave me was the same look that you gave when you arrived. It sent chills run down my spine and waves of guilt. And that is why I want atonement and to help you. I think that after helping you, a same soul that suffered the same fate but through different hands, to get his revenge, so that some of my guilt will subside, and I have the guts to face my son in my afterlife. It is a really sad story, Warden. But please tell me, where is this box? And who are these people who asked for your son's sacrifice? They are dead, killed. Once the box wasn't awakened, I butchered each and every one of them and destroyed the box with my own hands. There is nothing you should worry about. Just focus on your goal, train hard, and destroy them. Not only them, save those who are in the same situation as you. The Jinchurikis are not treated good in each and every one of the villages except for Kumo, in which resides the 8 tails and the 2 tails. But what about the rest? Naruto asked. Same fate as you, or worse. As after hearing this, Naruto's eyes glowed more red. As the guards behind the warden were scared and covering behind his chair now, as Naruto said in demonic voice, I will avenge all of them. All those who have fallen, all those who are turned into victims against their wills like me. Those who use them as puppets, as I was once being used by my village, will pay with their lives tenfold more. That is the promise of Naruto Uzumaki no Mikaze, and I never go back with my promise. Believe it, Naruto said as he stomped away. As one of the guards came in front of the warden. Warden-sama, what if he becomes unstoppable? That is my plan. By turning him into a loose cannon and showing the rest of the elemental nation that this is what happens when you throw innocent people here for your own gains. Many of the shinobis that are here are innocent from different villages, all because they failed a mission or failed to do a task. This place is filled with hatred, and only one thing can end it: hatred itself. But what happens? What happens when he's done? Then it's up to him. If the whole elemental nation couldn't stop him, if he succeeded, then how can I or you? Yes, that is why I'm worried. Maybe we should stop him. No. He has chose this path to walk by himself. Even if we try to stop him, he will learn it. He will learn how to harden his body, how to fight, how to kill, all by himself, like our forefathers did. As the warden then said to his guards, just ignore him. Let him do what he wants to. Make sure that he doesn't get involved with the other inmates, except for Yujiro Hanma. But they are all scared of him and Naruto now. They don't want to go near both of them. Good. That is good. As we go towards Yujiro Hanma, who was meditating in the cell. You're back, kid. What happened? I just learned something interesting, sensei. Yujiro saw Naruto's eyes. His eyes widened, and then he smirked. And then smiled, that devil smile that he had. Good. Seems that you're ready. Use your chakra as a barrier around your body. Use it as a strength. Use it differently from those ninjas. Show them what a true warrior is. That is what I aim to be, sensei. As at that night, after training hard, Naruto finally fell asleep and woken in his mindscape. What do you want? Naruto said. Getting cocky, aren't we? Rip that seal and show you that how wrong you are. Your training is nothing. You're still a puny, pathetic human in my eyes. Wanna go? As Naruto ripped the seal open and pulled the gate so hard, widening the Kyuubi's eyes, that the seal matrix broke. On the outside world, Naruto's seal matrix that appeared on his stomach was now nothing but ruined scribbles. They were disoriented. As Kyuubi was surprised, he opened the seal, broke the Shinigami-sama seal with his bare hands. This kid is turning into a monster, much worse than I am. Konoha, oh my god, what have you created? Good. Hey kid, if you are able to beat me, I will lend you a hand in what you desire the most. Come at me. As the Kyuubi charged at Naruto, and a battle commenced in Mindscape. As Hanma woke up, he smiled. Good kid, face the damn fox. You must win. This is your second test. If you pass this, then there will be one test more. And after that you will be ready. But that is quite a few years away from now. But you have to pass this one first. In the Mindscape, the battle has commenced for more than 2 hours. The Kyuubi was panting, and so was Naruto. It is amazing. I haven't felt this lively in many years, Kyuubi said. I can't remember the last time when I was this much exhausted from a battle. Come on, kid. Are you getting tired? I could do this all day, Naruto said as he charged again at the Kyuubi and enhancing his fist, coating it with his chakra. He punched Kyuubi, sending him back inside the seal. As unknown to both of them, two figures were watching this. As after the whole ordeal, Kyuubi finally lost as Naruto was standing atop of his head, victorious, when he sensed figures watching him. You two can come out now before I make you. Who are you, and what are you doing inside my mindscape? As the Kyuubi tiredly opened his eyes. They are your parents, kid. Naruto's eyes widened as he jumped down. He saw his mother. Ka-chan, is that you? Oh, my poor baby. Kushina hugged Naruto and started to cry. Minato didn't move. He was looking down at his feet like a child and crying. He didn't know what to do. He didn't want to hear the words from his son's mouth that how much he hated him, but he felt arms wrap around him. It was Naruto. He was hugging him. I know what you did was bad, but I forgive you. You didn't have a choice. You were the leader of that pathetic village. You trusted them too much. That is your only mistake. But you did put your trust in them, and they spat on your trust. Even your own student Kakashi Hatake did. I know, but how do you know, Naruto? I knew. The silver-haired bastard. I remember his image, when I was infant. But how? Minato, there is something else you want to know, aside from being a Kage? Oh yes, I'm sorry, Naruto. It's alright, Dad, as I said. It's finally good to meet you two. Nay, now that you're here, can you give me some tips and tricks to how I could beat the shit out of them? Good. As Kushina summoned the scrolls in her hand, I took the leverage of adding some things in the seal and sealed how to use Harishin and the Rasengan alongside my swords and the Funjutsu kit. You must learn these, Naruto. Use these and turn yourself into a weapon as your sensei has told you. How do you know about that, Ka-chan? Naruto said with wide eyes. Funjutsu is a better art than you imagine, Naruto. We are part of our souls that are here to save you from the Kyuubi if it ever tries to take over you, but after seeing that you beat the hell out of it, as the Kyuubi growled as Naruto chuckled alongside his mother, I can say that you are strong enough for this. But Kushi-chan, what was there in the village? Oh, they'll find out. As the Uzumaki and Namikaze libraries and bank accounts exploded, getting the whole bank and the clan secret libraries on fire, burning the Senju scrolls, the forbidden scrolls, each and every scroll inside of it burned down that day. As a huge Uzumaki swirl made out of fire was there. As the Anbus and the Kage was there. This isn't good, said Kakashi, whose eyes was widened, as a message was written down in fire. Konoha, you have betrayed my son. Enjoy the present. Kushina. As Tsunmi then said, what? Kushina had a son, and we betrayed him? What is going on here? I call a council meeting, said Hiruzen. Hiruzen alongside the clan has arrived at the council chambers where the civilians and the elders were already present after the explosion. Hiruzen said, this meeting is in commencement. There was a long period of silence before Hiruzen broke it. This is all because of Naruto. What happened to him? I know you people got rid of him, but I still can't find him. I want to ask you one question. Where did you send him? I'm afraid I cannot tell you that, Hiruzen, said Danzo. You know. But you won't tell me, even after all this mess that you all created. So what if the demon was her son? He was still the demon nonetheless, said Mabuki Haruno. But Mabuki, wasn't she your friend? She was my friend, until she gave birth to that demon. As Fugaku and Hiyashi nodded, as both of them gritted their teeth, that Uzumaki bitch. Even in her death, she was still tormenting them. Both of them were jealous of her. She was much more stronger than both of them. As Hiruzen sighed, I'm getting too old for this shit. I guess it means that Kushina knew that one day you will all betray her and her son. As Izumi was in deep shock after finding out that it was Naruto, who she hated and thought of as a demon. What a drag. Then he's also son of Minato, the fourth Hokage. He's heir to Namikaze and Uzumaki clan. Yes, he is. Then why did you hid it from us? Fugaku and Hiyashi knew. Danzo and Homura and Koharu knew. Mabuki knew. But the rest of you, no. I thought they will tell you. And it will be kept a secret. I didn't want the information to leak out. I wanted to protect him from the outside threats. So much that I forgot about the inner ones. He said, glaring at all of them. I will not protect you all if he ever tries to get revenge on you. What? You are our Kage. It is your duty to get rid of him. If he ever did so, time will tell. Time is the biggest weapon and the cruelest joke that can happen to each and every one of us, and we can't avoid it. Time will tell what cruel joke he has in waiting for all of you. Let's just hope that he will be more merciful when he comes for what he wants. On the other side, in the cell in Blood Prison, Naruto woke up next morning while the meeting was going on. That was something. So I see you have beaten the fox. Yeah, the fox is quite cooperative now. Good. You have passed the second test in my eyes. Now for the final test, you will have to train for 2 years. With seals and your chakra, alongside some of the jutsus that your father left alongside your mother. As Naruto smiled and did as he was told. Time skipped 2 more years later. Naruto was at the age of 13 now. He was 5 foot 6 inches tall and was wearing a ragged white pants with black belt and nothing else. He walked bare feet. As Naruto's blonde hair was now down to his hips, they were wild. His eyes, they were cold blue hues as icebergs. His whisker marks were thick. As Naruto was meditating in his cell alongside with Yujiro. As Yujiro said, Naruto, come with me to the backyard. Today is the day where your final test will commence. As when Naruto arrived there with Yujiro, the whole crowd was there and the guards. As the warden said, today, Yujiro Hanma, you are to be executed. As Naruto's eyes were, what is going on here, sensei? As when he turned around to see his sensei was in battle stance, fight me, Naruto. If you are able to kill me, I will know that you have become so strong that not even I was able to beat you. The strongest taijutsu master out there. The strongest martial artist warrior out there that even beated each and every Kage of his time. As Naruto's eyes widened. But no buts, Naruto. You want your revenge, don't you? If you back out now, you will never be able to achieve what you truly want. As Naruto, with determination in his eyes, got into battle stance, and everyone saw the battle of a lifetime. As the battle lasted only for 8 seconds, as Naruto avoided Yojiro's grappling hook and punched him in the throat, blood seeped out of his ears, his mouth and his eyes, as Yujiro smiled. Good. You passed the 3rd test, kid. You are now unbeatable. With those words, Yujiro died. As Naruto buried him outside of the blood prison and attended his funeral. After that, he turned around to find the warden standing there. "You're free now, Uzumaki. Just never show your face here again." "Thanks, warden, for all you did for me for the past 8 or so years. Nothing to worry about, kid. I was just using you as a medium to get rid of my guilt, and to tell you the truth, some of it has lessened. What are you going to do?" "I'm going to need a team. I can just RKO them all by myself, but I want to humiliate them. I want to save my kin first." "Good. Then you should head towards the Taki, and then towards Iwagakure, and then you should go towards the other villages." Naruto nodded as he started to walk towards Takigakure. It took him 1 month to go there. As he arrived there, he saw a girl screaming, as 2 black cloaked figures with red clouds were there with slashed headbands. It was Hidan and Kakuzu, and they were beating the said girl with wings on her back. As Kyuubi then said, "Naruto, that is Chome, the 7 tails, and her Jinchuriki." Good. As Naruto arrived there to battle them, Hidan was taken out by surprise as Naruto punched him, taking away his skin with his punch, showing his under muscles. As Hidan's eyes widened, he was immortal. He should have healed as Naruto looked at him with a demonic smile. "Good, my training is coming in handy. Really, thanks to you, Sensei. You have taught me the demon fist." "Who are you?" said Hidan, and Kakuzu was on guard as well, as Fu, who was flying up in the air, a green-haired, orange-eyed girl, looked at Naruto. Who are you?" "I'm here to help you." As Naruto entered, Kyuubi state as well. "He's a Jinchuriki. Damn it, we can't take on 2 Jinchurikis. And he's a trained one as well. He's dangerous. Let's take them on." As Naruto entered his perfect Biju mode, and Chome then said to Fu, "We should enter the perfect sinking mode as well. Bump your fist with my hand." As they bumped fists, as Fu entered her own CCM mode. Yes, Chome Chakra mode, CCM. As 2 perfect Jinchurikis against 2 Akatsuki members, they were fucked, and they were dead. 2 Bijudamas later, there was nothing left of them. As the whole village gathered, "Demon, surrender now. Be a good pet, or you will be stoned again." This time, Chome and Fu both were enraged. Naruto then said, "Why don't we show them? Show them our power. We are no one's pet. We are no one's too. We are our own person. We have as much as a right as they do." As Fu's anger, frustration surged up, as she finally broke what was holding her anger back inside of her and let out a huge Bijudama, eradicating her whole village. There was nothing left of it except for a crater. As when they turned back to normal, Fu was crying. "I endured so much. Even my own parents didn't want me. It's alright. My own village sent me to prison when I was 5 for something that I never did. They're next. We must help our kin first." As Fu nodded and packed her stuff and started to travel with Naruto. As they started to get close, Fu and Naruto find peace within each other. They were happy. They balanced each other out. Their chaotic personalities were a perfect match. So, one night when they were resting, one thing led to another, and next thing they knew, they were in the bed together. And next morning they woke up naked, hugging and cuddling each other. Naruto was happy. For the first time in his 13 years of life, he felt at peace, relieved and rested. As did Fu. As after that, they got dressed and started to venture towards Iwagakure. There they met Han and Roshi. Both of them were being mistreated and used as slaves. Naruto freed them, and Iwa was next. It was decimated into nothingness. Zetsu, on the other hand, was quite scared of what was happening. The Jinchuriki, they were making an alliance within themselves. News reached the other big villages. First Taki, and now a big major village, Iwagakure, was leveled into nothingness. It said 5 bijus were sighted there. At once. 5 to 4 bijus. Nothing confirmed that, but the whole village was leveled to the ground now. Next up was Isebu, who was reincarnated in the water. His Jinchuriki was Yagura, who was killed off, but they were going to enslave him into a child that was born. His name was Kagura, but Naruto prevented that. Fu took care of the said kid. Naruto decimated the whole village, leaving nothing of it. Kiri was quite scared. Facing the 3 tails was one thing, but facing the 9 tails, 4 tails, 5 tails, and 7 tails at once, alongside the 3 tails, was something else. They didn't even got a chance. Nothing was left there. Not even their bodies were found. Heck, not even their village was left on the map, on the face of the earth. Yes, it was drowned. Drowned so deep in the ocean that no human, shinobi or civilian alike, would venture there. Even if they are stupid and fearless. Kumo and Konoha was getting scared. As we go towards Konoha's council room, it is said that the demons are gathering together. They are planning something. They already decimated 3 villages. Azurizen then said, "I resign." What? At this crucial moment you're resigning, Hokage-sama? Are you a coward? I'm not a coward. I don't want to be the one who is protecting the wrong people here. I wasn't able to protect Naruto, but I know for sure I'm not going to protect you two. I'm taking Konohamaru Asuma and his wife Kurenai away from here. You're on your own, Konoha. Even if you are a village that my sensei created, you're not the same village that I knew and loved and cherished. Sensei would have done the same, if not leveled the village with his own bare hands. Yes, that is what he had done, said a voice. Everyone saw it was Naruto as he walked in the center. Hello, bitches. No, esteemed bitches. Hello, Gigi. Naruto, it's alright, I know. It wasn't your fault. From the looks of it, they didn't even bother to tell you where I was kept. How are you free? As Naruto dashed towards Danzo, put a hand on his jaw, and yanked it back so hard that Danzo's skin alongside his jaw was tore up from his body. Everyone could see his innards as his body turned to gore and was on the floor. Fugaku's eyes widened as Naruto looked at him next. I tried to assassinate you, didn't I, Uchiha? Here's a gift. As Mikoto, Itachi, and Sasuke's head rolled. What have you done, you demon? As Fugaku roared and charged at Naruto. Naruto did a simple one motion. Cracked his neck with bare 2 fingers. Fugaku limped there. Everyone was surprised as he actually said, he isn't using even his chakra. How are you this strong then? I'm not a shinobi. I'm a warrior. A martial artist. I have turned my body into a weapon. We'll see about that, said Shibi, as all bugs were thrown at him, trying to impale Naruto to neutralize him, but all of their stings were broken. As I said, as a red aura started to revolve around Naruto, as a devil smile of his sensei appeared. You wanted a demon, right? Say hello to the devil, Naruto said, and there were screams coming from there. Nothing except for blood and gore was left there. The only person who walked out was Hiruzen with red clothes. Even his face was covered. And Naruto, who was smiling as he walked in the village, killing each and every one of them, leaving no one alive. No one was alive. Once a livelihood village was turned into nothing but a ghost town within one day. As Naruto started to walk out, Tsunmi was the one who was barely alive alongside Hana and Kiba. Wait, I have something to say, she said, panting heavily. You still don't have enough even after I gutted both of your legs. I know what you did. I was in the wrong. I want to apologize. Too late for that. My mother, she gave me this to say that you could shove it deep. So much for your honor. That's not a threw. A claw. A claw of a saber-tooth that was regarded as their god of the Izuka clan. It was a necklace that was only given to Kushina by Tsunmi, showing that she was her sister, all but in blood, and was accepted in her clan. Tsunmi started to cry as she picked it up. Hana and Kiba were enraged. Kiba charged. Naruto punched him in the ribs, breaking each and every one of them. Kiba fell on the floor. I didn't kill him. He will be able to heal in due time. Never show your face in front of me, Inuzukas. I'm not my mother. Nor am I my father, who will forgive you all. I'm not your friend. You are complete strangers to me. You're nothing but enemies in my eyes. Enemies who have wronged me. Enemies who I have to let go because of my parents' wishes. With these words, Naruto parted. He had one thing more to do, level Kumo. Other villages will be no more. There will be equality, as he was stopped in his track, or his team was stopped in his track by the whole Akatsuki. As Pain said, it is quite good that you gather all of them, Uzumaki, but you will fall. Or do we now? As Naruto showed them that why he was regarded as a devil now. A devil that will come and haunt you if you didn't listen to your elders. Kids started to tell Naruto's name stories to the kids to fear them. He was now an urban legend in the whole wild world. An urban legend who leveled 4 villages just because they enraged him and wronged him. Any person would. Any insane person would. As when Naruto and his team were done with the Akatsuki, nothing was left of them. No one survived. It was cold-blooded massacre, one-sided fight because all the Jinchurikis were enraged. No one will stand in their leader's spot. They have chosen Naruto as their leader who has alleviated their pain, gathered them together in this brotherhood. As Naruto was marching towards Kumo now, Kumo got the wind of it, as Yujiro and B was standing at the gates. As after seeing those two, Naruto came to a halt. Naruto could sense that they were different from the rest of the shinobis, and they were like them. As Naruto said, so you two must be the shinobis and Jinchurikis of the said village, aren't you? Yes, we are, said Yujiro, and I'm afraid we cannot let you pass. Wrong choice, as Naruto and the rest of them entered into perfect Biju modes, as so did Yujiro and B, as it was a battle between Bijus and Bijus, but on one side, the side of Naruto, Bijus were more in number, so they overpowered 8 tails and 2 tails. The Jinchurikis were set unconscious and their chakra was suppressed, as the whole village was leveled down into nothingness. Only one village remained now, Sunagakure. They were scared and even offered their Jinchuriki to them, as when Shikaku and Gaara arrived. Gaara was out of control. Shikaku wanted blood, but Naruto sealed Shikaku permanently and threatened him if he ever threatened Gaara like this, and treated him like a scumbag, then he will destroy Shikaku's soul. As Shikaku was scared of Naruto, and even Kurama confirmed him that even Naruto beated him, he was scared shitless, as Gaara was able to rest and thank Naruto, and Naruto became his first friend. And Gaara wanted revenge from his father, and that is why they marched towards Sunagakure. Sunagakure saw the whole 9 Jinchurikis and Bijus coming towards them, and prepared for a war. But they were destroyed in mere 1 minute, nothing left of it, as Kankura and Temari were the only ones came out of that whole devastation and destruction, as Gaara walked towards them, as they hugged Gaara and apologized. As Naruto forgave them, as did Gaara, and brought them in with their group. as they all ventured towards the Shiokakure and started their own new village. The shinobis of the said destruction that survived somehow miraculously vowed that they will never set foot in Uzushio Gakure, in which the whole Jinchurikis and the said people who destroyed their homes resided. They were scared. Scared for their lives, scared for their future. Like there was any future left for them now. There was no place to go, no one to protect, no glory, no nothing. Tsunade heard about what happened in the elemental nations, and so did Jiraiya. But they both vowed they couldn't do anything. It was a vow that their sensei made to them before leaving the said village. They will not set foot and interfere with Naruto's plans, and they promised him in return that they won't. As Jiraiya returned to Konoha, or what was left of it, he heard a voice. I didn't believe that you will come here. Well, if it isn't Tsunade Hime, neither did I believe that you will. You were on self-banishment, weren't you, Hime? Why the sudden interest? Nothing, just came here to see what is left of it. Oh, you mean the village? Said Jiraiya, getting Tsunade's attention as she nodded. It was long dead, from inside. Its all morals died, were killed by its own people's greed and corruption. It's only a matter of time when its final time came, and it came at the hands of Naruto, the one they screwed over. Well, karma surely is a bitch, ain't it, Hime? As Tsunade nodded, as both of them saw Hokage Monument, or what was left of it. All faces were destroyed, halfly, but Hashirama Senju's half face was still there, and somehow Tobirama's, and the fourth. Third was still intact, but barely. Let's go, Hime. There's nothing left of it. It's useless to just cling on to the past. I have been living in the past for the past 10 to 20 years, Jiraiya. What makes you think that I will let it go that easily? Are you going to hunt the brat down or something? No, why would I? It did the right thing. It was only a matter of time, as you said, for the village to die out like this. But I didn't believe that he will go out for each and every one of the villages. Yeah, it's kind of a shocker that he destroyed every one of the villages and fulfilled the prophecy of peace. What? What do you mean? There was a prophecy from the Tours that my students, or my godson, will rise and will bring peace to the world, either by destruction or by preservation. I guess destruction was the way. Yeah, you're right, Jiraiya. Destruction was the way. As they both started to walk away from the battleground, or better yet, wasteland that was known as Konoha now. As on the other side in Uchiha Gakure, Fu became pregnant, and soon after that gave birth to two beautiful children. Naruto and his legacy, his father and mother's legacy, will carry on, with Fumiko Uzumaki Namikaze and Hayate Uzumaki Namikaze. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out. Peace.